Hey Mac fans, I got Farming Simulator 25 running on my Macbook Neo and it runs pretty okay, of course not perfect, but it's perfectly playable if you get what I'm saying. And again, I'm not really good at this game, but I like it. I don't know why I always come back to it, and I always like to just drive around and do my own thing a little bit. I don't really play it seriously, but let's have a quick look at the settings before we continue, because it's running on a combination of low preset and I have the shadows enabled. That's the only difference, which you can see somewhere here. Let's see, it is, yes, there, shadows of medium. There's no low, but you get a little bit more FPS if you disable the shadows, but I quite like my shadows. It looks all floaty and stuff if they are disabled, so for me it must be turned on, and it's still playable, I guess. I mean, it's around 30 FPS, sometimes a little bit below it, sometimes it's cinematic, sometimes it's a little bit over, but I'd say for a student, if you already own this MacBook, then it's perfectly acceptable, perfectly playable, better than nothing, right? And that's the thing, maybe mostly people already have the MacBook, right? Because they're students or whatever, and so they're just looking for something that they can play, not for, advice on bro, a RTX 5090 desktop computer of 10,000 euros will play this game better, because everybody knows that. We all know that. Nobody's stupid enough to believe that this will compete with that, right? But it is, it makes it extra beautiful for me that it is able to run these games. I was actually in doubt with this game, that's why I didn't benchmark it sooner, because it's quite a heavy game, but they seem to have optimized it a lot, and I recall that from my M5 performance test, right? My M4, it was a shit show. It was just released the game, and the M5 it ran quite good, and I was like, they must have made some optimizations, and I guess they did. And I guess they did it a lot, because right now it's running on a phone chip, right? Inside the MacBook Neo, the A18 Pro, which is quite impressive, and it doesn't look the best, of course, but yeah, I mean, it also doesn't look the worst. I've seen worse, right? And it's running at 1080p or 1200p, by the way. I didn't see it in the settings, but you see it in the widget of the metal hut. And we're also going to farm in a little bit, so you see the performance with farming. It's a little bit lower, just driving around, showing you how it performs in the city, in the countryside, and all that stuff. And so you can see if it's acceptable for you to play like this, right? For me, I mean, I guess it is. I have other options, but if this was my only device and I really wanted to play this, then sure, why not? It's not really a type of game where you need hundreds of FPS. It's nice, but you don't need it. And here we are going to farm as soon as I figure out how to do it, but I'll just skip to it for you guys because it took me quite a bit. But here we are farming. As you can see, we're dipping below 30 FPS, but again, if you disable shadows, I'm pretty sure you stay at 30 here. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people who play without shadows in competitive games. Maybe that's okay for you, but to me it looks all floaty and stuff, and I just prefer it with shadows. That being said, I'm really impressed, and it's actually quite weird. I never really tested these type of games on my MacBook Air M1 when I got it, because I didn't think it would run at all, so I just tested the 5 games or stuff. But this time 30 games for the Neo, so check out the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.